Well, I give him an A for the effort. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video is going to be my review of the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush episode 36, the continuation of the Terra King arc, and this is the duel between Zuijo and Yuhi. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't get a chance to watch the episode until just today as of recording this video. And I was shocked at how quick reviews came out for this episode, to be honest, because I was like, well, it must have been a pretty good episode if reviews are already coming out this quick. And boy, was I not disappointed when I saw this episode. It just goes to show that Zuijo is probably the best villain so far in this series. And it's also funny because Zuijo is following the same trend as the great rival bad guy archetype or stereotype, I guess you could call it, in Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, we saw it a little bit with Revolver, we saw it with Seto Kaiba, we've seen it before, and we'll never stop seeing it. It's something that Yu-Gi-Oh! Does do really well, and this episode was no exception to that. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the episode. So the episode picks up where we left off last week with Zuijo calling out the Terra King, saying that his manga is horrible and it is, of course, the source of his power. And then after this, after Terra King's meltdown, the Lug, we end up getting the rush duel between Zuijo and Yuhi. They end up drawing each other. They end up rush dueling. And Yuhi actually does pretty impressive against Zuijo at first. And about halfway through this duel, I was like, really, Zuijo? You've got to be holding back. And boy, was I not wrong. Zuijo pulls out a fusion right out of thin air, it seems like, except we learned that he picked it up earlier on when he was disguised as an underling of the Terra King, the Lug, and Zuijo basically says, I will do anything for power. He plays fusion, he brings out his new Apocalypse monster, which, by the way, the design for it looks awesome, by the way. It gave me the Arrival vibes. But anyway, it was awesome nonetheless, and we then see Zuijo mop the floor with Yuhi despite his best effort at trying to prevent getting killed. He ends up losing this duel by a direct attack nonetheless. But yeah, Yuhi, I give you an A for the effort because you did good. I mean, you did a lot better than you have in the past. It's just you weren't quite enough for Zuijo. And basically, Zuijo turns to the Lug and goes, all right, use your power on these guys. They lost. And sure enough, they end up looking at a page of the manga, Udius, Yuhi, and Uemu, and they end up starting to freeze, and it's left at that. So like I said, we're left on a cliffhanger. What will happen if these three are frozen? I don't know. Zuijo is basically using the Lug's power to his own devices, and it's funny because they even called out the fact that Zuijo gave Udius a card, and he's even said, I will do anything for power, even if that means giving him power. And he points to Udius at this effect. And yeah, so all the while, nice touches. Zuijo, I think, is the best villain so far, in my opinion, in Go Rush, and he's following the trend of properly written Yu-Gi-Oh! Rival villains. Just, again, in my opinion. But anyway, overall, this episode did not disappoint. I give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. But as always, those are my thoughts. And as always, I want to hear yours. So, in the comments section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts were about this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What are your thoughts? Just let me know in the comments section down below. Because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone. As always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.